Imagine waking up tomorrow with no job, no home, no bank account, and being dropped into a country you haven't lived for years. That's not a hypothetical, that's the reality for thousands of people every year. And nobody talks about what happens after deportation. Today, we are listening to immigrants who say deportation didn't just remove them from a country, it financially destroyed their lives. Let's watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
I was deported from the UK, but they sent me to the wrong country. They were supposed to send me to Pakistan, but they sent me to Thailand. And now I am stuck in this Bangkok city airport and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What will I do here? I am scratching my head. I need to go Pakistan or come back to England. I have nothing here. Nobody to help me. This robot is cleaning things. How will I do the cleaning job? I am on my own. Oh my God, I am so stressed out. Somebody tag Keir Starmer in this post. Somebody tag the Boris Johnson, the Nigel Farage. Tag all the MP in the parliament. I need to come back to England or they need to send me to Pakistan. I am stuck here now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Somebody please explain me what to do.
The worst job you're gonna get once you get deported is a call center job. I've worked at Walmart, painted houses, scrubbed toilets for a living, and nothing messed me up more than a call center job in El Salvador. The first jobs I had when I got deported was actually a call center, and I said never again. And here I am on my first day back to a call center job after I swore to myself that I was never gonna do this shit again. I slept 3 hours the day before, and I left the house at 6 in the morning because it was supposed to be a 20-minute drive from my house to the site. Bro, I got there at 7:30 in the morning and I was supposed to be there at 7. I almost said fuck, all for $700 a month.
Come with me to work at Los Invernaderos with my cousins while being deported. We went to the store to get myself a Monster, but when I got there, this is all that they had. Looks like we basically got right to work, and when I tell you guys that this is the most tiring job, please believe me. The back of my leg started hurting about 10 minutes into doing work, and I kept trying to tell myself, how am I gonna pull through? As you guys saw a few seconds ago, almost all the tomatoes are at the bottom, so it takes a lot of bending over to get them, and that was very tiring. After that, we carry the buckets on our shoulders and we go back to an area where we put them in the crates and we start hand picking to see which ones are classified as the first, the second, and the third. It all depends on how old the tomato is, the size of it, and the quality. Luckily for us, after about 2 rows each, our male cousins did offer to do the picking. So we basically just sorted them out the rest of the day. I did ask my cousin if I could record this next part. It's him drinking water out of a container. And one of the few memories I have before we left to the US was that I didn't like the water when we got there. I was so used to la agua del pozo from over here. We decided to take a little break, and if anyone knows, the reward for coming to Del Campo is to have a nice cold cup of Coke. We just sat there and laughed and talked about childhood memories and then went back to work.
My first year after being deported, this is exactly how I washed. This is what I did. This is how I had to wash to get my clothes washed. When I first got here, my first year here, I struggled, y'all. I lived in a very humble house. I had to wash my clothes once a week. I had to learn how to live a completely new life because the life that I had in the United States was not what I had here. I no longer had a washer machine. I no longer had the things that I was so accustomed to. And yeah, I know that's all my fault, y'all. So please, let's not go with well, you should have behaved good. Yeah, I understand that. Anyways, so I learned a new way of life. And this was one of the things that I had to learn how to do, was wash in un lavandero. And this is it. This is how people in Central America, most people in Central America wash their clothes. And I'm not judging at all. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little piece with you guys.
A lot of conversations around immigration stop at legality, borders, or even politics. But rarely do we talk about the economic fallout, the sudden loss of income, savings, housing, and support systems. This video isn't about taking sides. It's about understanding what really happens when someone is forced to start over from absolute zero. You are about to hear from people who were deported after years, sometimes decades, of working, paying rent, supporting families, and building lives. And what shocked me most wasn't just the deportation itself. It was how unprepared the system is for what comes next. One person says they had less than $50 when they arrived back. Another had no document recognized in their home country. Some couldn't even open a bank account. And this is where the financial reality hits. When you're deported, your money, credit history, and professional experience often don't transfer with you. Skills that were valuable in one country suddenly means nothing to another. And without capital, you are locked out of opportunity before you even begin.
All right, y'all, what's good? For those that are curious about my new living situation, so I moved to Luang Prabang. This is where I work at. Stop by and see me. That's my little reception area. We closed right now. We're already closed for the night. Little parking area here. Spots to relax. We run a little shuttle in the morning and late afternoon to the night market. Got a little gym area right here. I've actually been working out for the past couple of days. Nothing too heavy, you know. Fellow American here from Texas. Say what's up, bro.
Hey, what's the deal, man? We out here for real.
Alright. That's the kitchen area. I cook at night. Through there is gonna be our little cafe and everything. Swimming pool in the back, well, just above that little red area right there. That's some dormitories. Alright. Basically got a personal bathroom here. That's dope. Alright. Check out my spot though. Made a little homie, you know what I'm saying? Finally hooked that up. Bed's alright. It ain't too comfortable, but you know, it's cool. And then I got a little fan back here. I dry my clothes, y'all. I could dry it outside in the daytime, but...
So what's important to understand is that financial collapse after deportation isn't always about personal failure. It is about structural gaps, lost access to employers, lack of legal identification, no social safety nets, and zero transition support. So regardless of how someone feels about immigration policy, the economic consequences are real, and they don't just disappear just because the plane lands. And here is the uncomfortable question this whole thing raises. If deportation is meant to be a punishment, should lifelong poverty be a part of it too? Because that's often the outcome. Not justice, not rehabilitation, but financial exile. So, I want to hear from you, my audience. Do you think deportation should include financial transition support? Or is starting from nothing just a part of the consequences? Let's talk about it in the comments without attacking each other. So if you appreciate commentary that focuses on real human impact instead of rage critics, make sure you subscribe and join our family. More stories like these are coming, and they are not always comfortable, but they are important. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.